Hello there everybody, this is Graham, son is the Collect75. Welcome to another Transformers third party review. This time I am doing the Perfect Effect Perfect Combiner set upgrade. We've got the black version here, and also I do have the white version, which is in a box up there on my shelf, which I can't be bothered to go and get right now. Anyway, right, so I thought I'd review these. I was going to do a proper review of these, and then I saw T2RX2's video on them, and I thought I'd just do my own video on them, really, mainly because of the white ones, and I think the white ones really do go well with Superion. The black ones, do they go well with Defensor? Yes, they definitely do, but only the feet. The hands are a bit dodgy. If I can bring my Superion on, if you can understand that. Now, as you can see, if we're going to concentrate on this hand just here. Now, I got the white version, the white set for this because obviously I wanted like the G1 look. These are, what everyone says really, they are kind of skeletal hands really, and each finger is exactly the same length as the other ones. So you know it does end up looking very, very skeletal. But again, I just wanted the white versions for this, and I think the feet, if I angle down, I think the feet actually really do go well with the jets, because you've got to think these are the original sort of feet, and these are very tiny when you can compare them. So you can imagine this tiny little foot just on there, and then trying to get any decent pose out of it because there's no ball joints or nothing is a bit little problematic. But the white feet on this really do go well, and they are a bit big, but I think, hang on, yeah, the ball joints that hold them onto the feet really need to have been a lot stronger to take the weight, unfortunately, because it does sort of flop all over the place, unfortunately. It's the white version here isn't too bad. Maybe it's because Superion actually isn't as heavy as Defensor, and I'm going to bring Defensor on in a minute. But I actually think they're okay, but it does hold the weapon a bit better than it does in our hand. Yeah, I think Superion, I think it's a winner if you was going to get it, and obviously all the weapons do transform. I've got one done, which I'll show in a minute. The feet do sort of like separate. If I show you the box here, they do separate, and you can become these sort of like handheld Gatling guns, which look, if I'm honest, pretty damn really good. Yeah, I think they really do look good. The hands do transform into this weapon. I wish I hadn't bothered. I wish I'd just gone with some normal decent hands and not had them transform, but they did, and that's why they end up looking really skeletal and a bit dodgy, if you want my opinion. Right, let's bring on Defensor. Now, Defensor is a slightly different kettle of fish to Superion. I'll tell you why, because he's a lot more chunkier. If I just can move Superion back without knocking him over, because there you go. Yes, so we have yeah, Defensor. Defensor is a lot more chunkier, and the feet really go well with these chunky legs that he's got. We've got whatever his name is, the new guy, yeah, him, Rook, and we got Streetwise down here. And they really do suit, because imagine like trying to have this little tiny little foot just under there. It really looks so small and a bit silly. But imagine then having this is his hand. Let me just focus in on this hand here. I don't know if it's going to give me one second. Cam's a bit slow. The hand does look very small in comparison to the chunkier hand which you're going to get. So what I'm going to do is going to keep the Perfect Effect feet, but then keep the original Combiner War hands, as you can see on it. And I think, because I think the chunkier hands go well with the chunkier Defensor. So I'm now going to remove this. You have to be a bit careful because the ball joints on these black ones are really bad. Now, I did put them in this pose, and if you're going to stand these guys up on any shiny surface, good luck. There has to be a bit more abrasive, like this bit of wood here is quite abrasive, so he's standing pretty well, but on a shiny surface, he's literally trying to do the splits. Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of this skeletal hand. Now I did show. I was going to say I'll show this. This is the combined hand form in the little gun, and it looks all right. Oh, I'm happy with that. Just wish the hand looked a bit better than the skeletal sort of hand that you get. Really, I mean it's all right. It just could have looked a little better. This is obviously the chunkier Combiner Wars hand, and obviously you do benefit from having 2 Gatling guns on the hand, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to stick with that, keep his combined sort of gun in there, and stick that back on blades there. And I just think, oh, if you can get him to stand up, because these are a pain in the backside. You can see, there we go. And I just think that looks a hell of a lot better all round, if you want my opinion. Right, there we go. So if you're thinking of getting these sets, I do recommend them for the feet, definitely. The hands, not so much, unless you're going for the colour accurate versions, especially like on Superion or Menasor. I'd like to see if they do any more colour sets for when I think they're bringing out, is it Computron and Bruticus, because obviously you might need grey ones, and maybe another set of black ones. I'm not sure for Computron. I can't remember now. Maybe it was red. Anyway, yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if they do. But I think the feet really do suit Defensor down to the ground. And if you sort of like get your other little people, this is obviously my fans project, Dead End, or whatever his name was. And I think he scales up pretty well. That's so my fans project ones. I'm not getting the Hasbro Menasor unless I get the G2 version, just because I spent all my money on these, so they're staying. So there we go. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.